score between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Room here to run.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Here we go, set. One. Hey,
slot man moves right. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. I'm looking down from our booths. You can tell this crowd wants them to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it. And he's weighing that through his head right now. Actually trying to filter that out because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd, not influenced by outside factors. Does he believe in his team enough to go for it right here? I think he's going to reward the crowd and do it.
And if he doesn't get it, they have to go the full length of the field. Well, we'll see. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
First down, Houston. Okay, right.
And Tua going to keep on the option. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13, Tua. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Ready.
Tua on 4th down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Back-to-back good plays. Have him on the move on first down. Off the option, it's Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Chris Godwin, 36 yards. And the Broncos have regained the lead. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this up to a hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeaux Charges in their heart and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Slide through. White. Go red.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Jackrabbit. Cross, 10. Red, cycle. Monster, 6.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Broncos first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
But Charles, you look at this offense. They're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you've got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chris Godwin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Mariota. Option left. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The slot man in motion right. He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And score. George Kittle, 55 yards. And the Broncos continue to pull away here this first half. The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now an option play on second down. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go. Wide open. Striker, 3-3.
They turn to Taylor on fourth. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd and 1. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz.
And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
6, 7, slide 2,
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 and now, third and goal. Touchdown, Texans.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Let's go.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown!
Jonathan Taylor.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throw, 52. Yellow.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Black shot. Green jack. Let's go. Charge.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Edo blue. 6. Mega.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
That's good. Flag blue.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Here we go.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Right.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Nevis is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Slot man moves right. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Godwin from 10 yards out. And the Broncos start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Striker, 3-3.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Right, 97. Black shot. On the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
He's going to keep this again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Running left, Taylor.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. Yellow blue.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the... Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous